Good morning. It's a little crooked. I don't know. Good morning. We're on the road again.
Good morning. We're fixing to see what this 49 South is like with these new 3 lanes down here.
Yeah. We're on. I'll show y'all in a few minutes what we're talking about, because we're so proud of this highway, because it's been in construction for years.
Yes, it has.
And so
bad construction.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to go by where my husband and I bought a mobile home when we first got married. I think it was 2-3 months after we got married, we bought a mobile home. But then a year and a half later, we bought a home, and I'm gonna go by and show you the where we lived. But anyway, we're getting into. This used to be called Plain, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And that's where Carla was born. Carla and Chuck both was born in Plain, Mississippi. And but now it doesn't exist. It's called Richland. So we'll
The name doesn't exist.
do what? Isn't it Richland?
It is Richland. I'm sorry, Mary.
That's
I just
okay.
thought that was funny. It's the same place as a different name.
It is. Well, Carla was tried to find filing for her birth certificate one time. She had a hard time getting it because it's got Plain, Mississippi is her
Only the old people remember this
right,
Plain.
right.
And it's a lot different now than it was then.
Yeah.
There's so much down. Look how nice this is, Mary.
I'm gonna see if I can. If driving and trying to mash these buttons. I mean, I'm not driving, but I'm riding, trying to change it. Okay, all right. See how nice all of this used to be. Was in construction for years, but now it looks so nice having the 3 lanes. It's so nice.
This is probably one of the most congested highways that I've ever been on in my life.
And
when it was 2 lanes.
Right. This is 49 South, in case y'all wondering, out of Jackson.
It's in Rankin County.
Yeah, Rankin County. And when we lived here, this didn't even exist. It was just that road over there, that little side road.
49, yes.
49. And
Mary, do you remember when that Sis Jean was down there at that intersection of 80 and 049? And she was by herself, and there was a man and his wife that were having serious domestic issues. He got out somehow or another. I don't know how this happened, but he scalped her hair somehow by pulling her with the car.
oh my
And
goodness.
Sister Jean was there. I mean, she was right behind me. She got out and stayed and prayed with this woman until ambulance got there. Now,
Really?
y'all know this was decades before.
Yeah, I don't remember
cell
that.
phones were there.
Yeah.
But that was something that I always remember that.
Well, I imagine. I don't remember that, though. I don't know if that happened after I...
Literally pulled her hair
Maybe not.
off of her scalp.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Goodness.
Well, this is so nice. I can't believe how
I
nice
know,
this
it is.
Scotty texted me this morning, told me
Did he?
that the lanes were open.
Okay, great.
They probably won't ever put up a red light at the church, but I sure wish they would, don't
Yeah.
you?
Oh, yeah. I sure do wish
That's
they
a
would.
bad place to turn in there.
Yeah.
It's on a little knoll, little hill.
Yeah.
And especially with the 3 lanes, I'm
Right.
not going to be brave. I'm going to go all the way to Florence and loop around and come back up, so I'll be on the right side.
It's a dangerous place right there in front of the church to get in and out of.
Lots of wrecks.
Yeah.
And we were talking earlier about somebody that was killed there that was walking across
Yeah.
the highway.
Yeah. We was going to church. We had choir practice that night, and he was staying at the hotel across the road, and he walked across the street to the church where we were practicing, and they were visiting out of
Him
town,
and his wife, yeah.
and they were going to come to church that night, and he when he left the church, he walked across the street and was hit by a car, and he was hit. And I mean, his parts was just scattered all over the highway and in front of the church, and it was really traumatic. And then Linda, she sat up all night with the lady that the lady told us that she was at the hotel. Oh, I was going to turn it around and show you. This is where. Now, where is it? Where's Brother Cooper's old house?
be. I don't know. Was this it, Mary?
You know, it's all so different, Linda.
It's different.
It
was
used to-
before this church.
Yeah, it was before the church.
So it had to
anyway,
been right up in
it was
there.
back in there somewhere is where we bought our first mobile home.
It was behind Brother and Sister Cooper's
Yeah,
house.
it
and his
was.
shop.
It was behind the shop, which is not even there anymore. So anyway, I guess that wasn't even nothing to
The
show you because it's
landmarks
not.
that we knew aren't
Yeah,
there anymore.
no,
so.
it's not. But anyway, the someone went across the street and told her, the lady that her husband got run over, she said she kept waiting on him to come back and he never did come back. So it must have been a pretty good while before
Probably was.
they
They were trying to figure out what happened because they thought it was more than one person.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
I
Linda.
was working at the telephone office, and me and Betty Fonville, and Betty, if you're watching this, you'll remember this. I called in work that next day. We set up all night with her and stayed with her until her son got there from out of town. They were from out of state. I don't remember where they were from.
I
But
don't either.
everything's so pretty and green.
Yeah,
Mississippi gets
yeah.
rain every day.
Yeah. Now we're on the
We're on 049.
049. Charles and Linnell, they bought a house. It was right before the tracks, and I'll show you when we get there. I think that house was a Lice house before the tracks, right? Where Charles and Linnell
Might have
lived. It was. It was just on the other side of the tracks. Probably this vacant lot out there. Well, that's by the cemetery. That cemetery wasn't there.
Maybe it was a little
So maybe it was a
further
little bit
down, or
close, a little further
maybe that
down.
house burned,
Yeah, Charles and Linnell's house burned.
and they were living there at the time.
And they were
all
living,
got
yeah.
out.
So it had to been right in here somewhere where their house burned, and because they live right before you get to the
So
tracks.
This might have been the lot or this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. And then this is the railroad track here that backed up. And when we first moved here, I didn't think we would ever be able to sleep with the train coming down, but it's not. But it started right there. Our lot was right there.
Right at the end of that
Right.
fence.
Yeah, that's the house there.
They built on, but it looks the same, doesn't it,
Yeah.
Mary?
That's the house right there. Just stay here a minute if you can. Right there, that was a little porch.
Nothing behind you, y'all.
The porch. Me and Bobby sat out there on that porch when Chuck was born. Okay.
Don't have to go.
All right, go ahead. That's where.
Just stop in the middle of the road.
Anyway, he had a big garden out there, the biggest garden
You want
we
me to
probably
move
ever had.
back
No,
around?
that's okay. That's okay. No, I don't want us to get hit stopping in the middle of the road. Anyway, it brings back a lot of memories.
Brings back a lot of
Yeah.
memories. So much of this, the older houses, some of them were here, but
Yeah.
a lot of these new homes weren't here.
Yeah.
And the flood of '79, this whole area was flooded, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
were gone. Y'all were in
Yeah,
Mississippi. I mean,
yeah.
y'all were in back to
Texas. Yeah.
But this whole area, they had to get in boats to get, even all the way up on 49.
Is
They
that
had
right?
to get in boats. Remember Sister Vicky? She rode in a boat to go in the bank to get her money out of the safe deposit box. She thought her money was gonna get washed away. We still laugh about
Funny.
that. She didn't care if she was riding in no boat. She was
Yeah.
getting her money.
But
And we're this
Brings
course
back
runs
memories,
parallel to 49, which is to
Yeah.
our left.
yeah.
But that's a house that's in the National Historic
Well, just give me a minute.
Register. I
That
can
house
slow
there?
down, but I can't stop.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at the
okay.
mini house. Isn't that cute? That little mini house.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's so cute. Of course, all of this is,
And Sister Jean lived right down,
Yeah.
right down here where you turned to
been
her
here
house.
since we were here. This
Yeah.
is all
Yeah.
new. None of this was back here.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just reminiscing, taking y'all along with us as we ride. Braden, he's quiet this morning. He's had his little walk around the hotel. Linda, did you want to tell about what you felt when we got to the hotel and the refrigerator?
Braden's the one that found it.
Oh, okay. What
but
was it?
I knew then I could have some fun with it. So Carla gets up this morning and she's getting dressed or whatever, and I said, "Hey, Carla, there's some spaghetti in the refrigerator if you want some." And I don't know how to go. Anyway, so they didn't clean our room very well, and there's some leftover half-eaten spaghetti in the refrigerator. So this morning when Carla wakes up, I told her there's some spaghetti in the refrigerator if you want some, and she was considering it. I confessed that it wasn't ours before she ate it, but you know, you can't blame a girl for having a little fun.
Yeah. Leave it to Linda. She's
That
gonna.
was so funny.
Yeah.
We were all so tired by the time they got that second room ready last night. We
I
was about
know.
ready to all crash.
I know it.
Chuck Wagon used to be on the corner of, is this Cleary Road we're coming up and down here?
I'm not sure, Linda.
No, it's not Cleary. What is this? What is this road? I'll tell y'all in a minute. Anyway, there was a Chuck Wagon, a little, it is Cleary Road.
Yes,
It is Cleary. Okay. So on the corner of Cleary Road and 49, there was a little, kind of a little portable fast food place, Mary.
Uh-huh.
It's called the Chuck Wagon. And
Oh,
it was a
yeah.
real popular place
Oh,
for
yes.
the kids at Jesus Name Tabernacle.
Yes, we would go there. Kind of like people goes to Sonic and
Yeah.
stuff like that. This was a Chuck Wagon.
This was a big thing. It's not there anymore, and
No.
we're not going to go there. I'm going all the way down to Florence and loop back around so I can turn into the church on the side that I'm driving on. And it's not that I couldn't cross 3 lanes of traffic, but I'm not, because I know how busy it is, and I'm just not
Yeah.
going to trust it. I've got 4 people in the car, not just myself, so I'm going to take extra precaution.
Well, it is hard to get across there. At least we don't
was
know
hard
since
when
the
there
new.
was 2 lanes.
That's right. So we don't know what it's going to be like with the 3 lanes. So
And this is an old cemetery. It's been here for years, hasn't it, Mary?
yeah.
A long time.
I hope that we didn't hook up our mics this morning, so we're hoping that y'all can hear us better. I don't know, so if I'll try to watch the comments and see if it's better without our mics. We didn't want
You know who loves
Is it?
cemeteries?
to. Who?
Carla.
I love cemeteries. I love to read the tombstones and the
Yeah.
epitaphs. Is that what they're called?
Well, when I was at the ripe old age of 5 years old, I was being the good girl that I always am.
Oh yeah.
And she decided to get me to chill out. She was going to drop me at the cemetery.
Yeah, I remember
And she
that.
did. She dropped me and then she drove off. I'm sure she just drove where I couldn't see her.
I did.
Talking about traumatizing.
I didn't know she'd done that. I'm Carla. Just I don't know those kids.
Braden said I would have loved that.
Just being silly kids.
Are you girls gonna sing?
I
What
don't
do
know.
you-
Carla Renee, are we going to sing?
We got a few little.
We got a
Carla
little bit
said,
of time.
can we wait and do it a little bit later today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we
All
can.
right.
So we're still on 049, and when you're coming into Florence down here, we hadn't passed where Sister Jean used to live, have we? When I got married?
I don't
We
know.
passed that.
I don't know.
I don't think we have. Anyway, let's see if we get down here. There's another.
I
little-
actually wasn't up here. I wasn't up
Yeah.
here during that time. So you've shown it to me before, but I don't
We may have
remember.
already passed it because I was talking. I'm not sure. But I don't think we have. Because there's another little, we're coming up on it right down
Okay.
here. So this is where Sister Jean lived when I got married. I lived there at her house. This was in 1980.
And remember, she didn't tell us she's getting married.
Carla was the only one that knew it. So she lived, some friends of ours used to live there. She lived, I guess.
That's
out here.
that's where Sister Pagan used to live.
She lived somewhere right around there. She had a big double wide.
Well, we just going too fast. I
And,
didn't get it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway, so I got up that morning at 4 o'clock, and I already had my stuff packed and got out and slipped out the door, and that cuts back over to 49 too. And got my stuff in the car and went and picked up Mike, and we drove to Alabama and got married, and that was 42 years ago, just a few days ago.
that's right. I forgot about that.
That's okay.
Linda.
No, I didn't. I knew that. I knew the day it was. It was the day that I had surgery, and I just didn't. I didn't mention it, but that's where I lived. But down here in Florence, when you're coming into Florence, we may have mentioned this before, but when you're coming into Florence, there used to be this old, huge house down here on the left. Do you remember that house, Mary?
No.
It was like a 2 or 3 story house, and it was vacant.
You know, you lived here longer than I did.
And the young people were, I was a young people's leader for years, and there was some of them that was a little bit rebellious.
Yeah.
Edward was one of
Always
them.
are.
They had their own little free thinking. They were free thinkers, and anyway, they would come down here at night just for pastime and go in this house, and there wasn't supposed to go in it. And you know, they wasn't vandalizing or anything like that. It was just kid stuff. But they finally taught me to go in. I still can't believe I did it. Taught me into going in it one night, and I was probably in there a whole 5 minutes, and I would have loved to visit the house if I had authority or
Permission
authorization to go in it, but I was too scared, so I went out. But it was a very, very interesting. Of course, it's been torn down for years.
Okay.
Then another night, another thing that the young people used to like to do, and again, I'm a rule follower, and I did not like breaking rules, and I was a young people's leader. You know, I wasn't supposed to be influencing them in a bad way, and they would go to the Natchez Trace at night.
Yeah.
Down, not the Natchez Trace, but that nature walk up there off of 55. Do you know where I'm talking about, Mary?
No, I don't.
I can't remember the name of it, but they would go walk this trail at night, and it was
I didn't do that.
spooky
Y'all
as
done
all
that
get
after I
out.
got married. I was
And
already
so
gone.
one night, I won't mention names, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Talked me into going with them.
Yeah.
And I went, and I was terrified. There was like drop-offs, and everybody's walking along the trail just having a good time. I could not wait to get out of that place, and I never went back. But
Yeah.
they would go a lot.
We'd always, before I got married, we would go to, and again, this is kid stuff, but we would go to Whitfield. Remember how we'd go to Whitfield?
Why did we do?
I don't know why
I
we
did
done
know,
that,
but
Linda.
why did
I
kids
don't
do
know.
things like that?
I don't
Mary?
know. We just drive through, just wave to the people in the, that was there. We would just drive through and wave at them. I don't know. That was just something. That was the first place that Bobby and I ever went together.
And you
but we had a
wasn't-
carload
you
of
wasn't making it
kids.
fun.
No,
It
we
was
would
just
just go
something
and
that
just
y'all did.
speak to them and wave at them. And Whitfield is a hospital for the special needs people. And we would just, they probably enjoyed seeing us,
They
and
probably
waving
did.
at us. But
It
we
was-
just would go
it's a mental health facility is what it is.
Right.
But then another thing that we used to love to do is go to the reservoir and go to the spillway.
Yeah, I remember
And
that too.
when I worked at the telephone office, they had what they call SU time. And when you went in, they always had a full staff. They staffed or made their schedule according to projections of how busy we were going to be. And there was just like long rows of telephone operators. And I was a 411 operator, but I did do some teletyping too during the hurricane. But sometimes if we wasn't busy, they would let the SU time was what it was. It was excused unpaid time. So if you put your name on that list for SU time and they wasn't busy, they would come in they would come in over your head, and that means they would listen to you with their headphones, because the supervisors did that to make sure we were doing our job right.
This is Florence. I'm
Yeah,
just
this
giving.
is Florence.
Go ahead.
The
And
old Western Auto used to be right down there where the hardware store is. And Dot Thornton was my supervisor. And she came in over my head and she said, Linda, would you like to have some SU time? And I said, yes, I would. I was a kid. I didn't have any bills, and I probably gave most of my money away. I gave a lot of it to Edward.
yeah.
It was fun, but I spent a lot of it on Carla. Before Carla was born, I spent money buying stuff and us baby shopping for her. But I would call Edward and I said, Edward, can we go to the reservoir and go fishing? And he would meet me and we'd go to the reservoir and go fishing. And we had so much fun. We did that, not every day or every week, but we did that a lot.
Well, when Bobby and I were dating, we couldn't date without a chaperone. And we was engaged to get married, but we still had to have a chaperone. And Arlene and Joe Fonville chaperoned us one night, and they were married. And
So they could kiss.
so they could hug and kiss and all that. Well, Bobby and I didn't do that. And so we was standing out at the reservoir, looking at the reservoir, and Bobby put his arm around me, and I kind of scrunched that, but that was okay. He put his arm around me, and he started to kiss me, and I turned my head because we didn't kiss before we got married. That was just one. Yeah, that was just one of the rules of the church, and I did follow it, and we did not kiss, but. I will tell you, he kind of got upset at me that night, and I think it made me feel bad, but he kind of got, he was very respectful for my wishes,
Yeah.
and he didn't. But that one night, he kind of got a little upset because Arlene and Joe was they were married, and scared me there for a minute,
I thought
Linda.
that car was coming into my lane.
Anyway, he got a little upset at me that night, but he got over it. But that was just one of them things that we didn't do. We didn't kiss till we said I do at the wedding. So
And that was
I
the
think-
rules for the
you
church,
want me to
yeah.
tell you something? I think we was the only ones that done that. I'm serious.
Well,
I'm serious. I
might
think
have been.
I think we was the only couple, and there was other couples dating and other couples, but I think we was the only ones. But that was just me. I wasn't going to do it, and but I think we was the only ones that didn't break that rule. But Bobby was very respectful, and he abided by him too, even though he didn't believe that. he did not like that rule. But that's
So
okay.
we're at the corner of 469, which we're on the Florence side. If you cross 49 at that 469, I think it winds around and goes back to Brandon, doesn't it, Mary? I
49.
think it does. No, 469.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it winds around and goes back to Brandon. And
It
anyway,
probably
this
does.
is 49 South. To the
Yeah.
right is Mendenhall, McGee, and on down.
People who live around here.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then to the left, which is north, is going
Yeah.
back toward the church.
Yeah. So, good morning, Scotty. Yeah, he's watching us, Linda.
Be at the church in
Yeah.
a few minutes, Scotty.
Yeah, we're headed to the church to put some flowers on Sister Jean's grave side, and of course, I guess we'll see you, Scotty, in the morning
Yeah, we'll see you for
for
breakfast, Scotty.
breakfast. There's
We got to get a head count so we know who's
Yeah.
coming.
yeah. Times has really changed a lot.
And the round tables was at Mendenhall. Remember the eating place with
Oh yeah.
round
Oh
tables
yeah.
where you
Oh,
go
yes.
and they had
Yeah.
this huge. It was in a
Right.
hotel, old house. It was a hotel, and they had the best food, didn't they, Mary?
Mhm.
It was so
Yeah.
good. Everything you could think of. I think some of our viewers have remember it and have told us more
Yeah,
information about it.
we
than
have a
do.
lot of followers that.
crystals.
Yeah, I'm going to show y'all how nice this road is. Coming now, we're going
Nice.
back north on 49. Isn't this nice? 49. It is
Boy, this
so
was
nice.
A long time coming.
Yeah.
This is actually 4 lanes right here,
It
but
looks
this
like
one's
because
going
the
to run
turn.
out
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
And this is Barry's down here. This is where we always like
Yeah.
to go eat catfish.
See where the cross is? That's where. Matter of fact, when we had our meet and greet, that's
We all
where.
came there
Yeah.
to eat.
We came down here to the Berries and eat. It's a nice restaurant. I love to go there.
Yeah, I do
They
too.
have
They're-
a nice buffet.
it's a Christian.
Yeah, with fish. I like their fish.
We love catfish.
Yeah,
And there's another catfish place below here.
It is.
And it's Jerry's.
yeah.
So there's a
We've
Jerry's and a
eat.
Barry's.
Yeah, we've eaten at both of them several times.
So there's people up through here. Paul and Leela Dunaway used to live somewhere over here on the left. They were.
Well, isn't that back there somewhere
the
where the
church.
Culpepers used to live?
Culpepers, where we
Yeah,
first,
that's when we first
yeah,
moved
when we
here.
First moved here.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that was where Bobby and I lived. When we first got married, we rented a little mobile home back off of 49 back there, and that's where Bobby and I both was working, and I saved my paychecks. Didn't even cash them for several months, and that's how we got our down payment on our first place.
And then Johnny and Ann Jones, didn't they live back down there too?
I think so.
And then Pat and her family lived up here on the right in the house. That's where Pam, when Pam first came to Mississippi,
Right.
that's where I babysit
yeah,
her.
yeah.
And some of you may have heard me talk about Pam. Sometimes I call her Pammy. She's fixing to have a little granddaughter.
I know.
In a few days, they're gonna do. Her daughter's having a little baby, and I'm so excited for her.
I hope Pam gets to come in the morning.
Yeah, I've got to text
See her in the morning.
So their house, was it this house right here?
You talking about where the
If it wasn't that one, it was right there. Because
Linda?
it was right before Gunner Road.
the Hams. The Hams.
Oh,
That's where
Buddy
they live back
Ham
there.
lived, but Pat
Yeah.
lived before
Okay.
you get there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're right. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
And then at one time, we lived in a mobile home down here on the left.
yeah. That's
Where
where.
Sister
Yeah,
Jean lived, somewhere
yeah.
up in
We
here.
did. We did.
Um,
Isn't this nice? This is right before you get to
this
the
is
church.
real- Y'all can see our,
Yeah.
see my church.
You can
up
see
here,
the church.
the lighthouse.
The
And
that's
for-
the church I got married in.
And for all of y'all who don't know and maybe think this is weird, this will always be considered my home church.
Yeah.
I've only belonged to 2 churches in my life, and this is one of them. And this is the church that we support financially, and I just love this
Yeah.
church.
You know, we used to live back behind
Look
the
at
church.
this nice turning lane
Yeah,
they've got
yeah.
here on this side, Mary.
Yeah, that's good that they got a turning
Now,
lane.
they did do a little bit for that. Of course, we're not going that way.
Yeah.
But Charles, show them the lighthouse, Mary.
Well, I've already, I
Well,
can't.
we can
now.
stop. Why
Yeah.
don't we just stop and
Yeah.
get out before
And
we
this
drive down to
youth
the
center,
cemetery?
these columns here in front of the youth center, Bobby and James Douglas bricked them. Those columns in front of that's what we used to call the youth center. Those columns, James Douglas and my husband bricked those a long time ago.
Yeah. Maybe one of them can hold the camera, Mary.
And this is they've got that extended parking lot over there used to not be there. When we were going to a church here. But this is the Sunday school classes now over there. That's the Sunday school classes. They built that extra little extension since we were here. And this back where it says church office there, that went back into used to be the little ministers parsonage, and that's where Mother and us lived when we first moved here, right?
Yeah.
When we first moved here, we lived back there and there.
So the lighthouse up there.
Oh, okay.
Charles, when he was here, we were all here. It was his job to change the light in the
Oh,
lighthouse.
really? I don't.
And it didn't work for years.
Yeah, I
and
know,
I think they
I
got it
know.
working again now.
Yeah.
But are you okay to walk around to the
Yeah.
front?
Yeah. You want to just leave it on the church, or let me put it on us?
So anyway, this doesn't look near as big as what it used to look to me, does it?
No.
I was thinking that the parking over there was bigger, but I guess it's not.
Linda, you want Linda? All right. I was just, yeah, I was
Just filming us without us knowing. Hold on, we can't hear y'all. I got to get closer. Because of road noise, I'm gonna have to get close to y'all.
Yeah. Here, but this railing was concrete. All this is new here.
What are y'all doing?
Car.
Okay.
We're gonna get in the car, and it's too noisy out here. I know y'all can't hear us. So the cemetery is right behind the church. So we're just gonna walk over there to the cemetery. I mean, we're not gonna walk over there. We're gonna drive over there. So it was too noisy out there. We know it was. So we just gonna drive back here. You know, when we was here, that was our dream and our goal is to have this cemetery back there.
Yeah.
And we had to purchase that property before we could do that, right? That was what it was.
Yeah,
That was one of our
additional property.
fundraisers, is to buy that additional property back there. Let me
I remember the first time we drove up under this awning.
yeah.
It's in February of '65.
There's the Sunday school department, youth department. And then this is just right beside the church. There's so many things that's different. Used to be, didn't have none of this. Now this right here, these mobile homes, I know my seat, I'm not buckled, but I guess I have to, the reason's because we're not even on the road. Well, I didn't know all that's been out there, Linda.
Yeah, that's been there. That's a
Has
company.
it?
They tried to buy our property for a long time.
Yeah, and all those mobile homes back there, that's actually where back over there, you have to go to a different road to get over there,
You
but
can
that's
see it.
actually where
You
we
can- yeah, you
used to
can see it
live.
from down here. Mama owned a lot.
Yeah.
Back over behind
Yeah,
the fence.
back over there behind the
That
fence is where Mama had her mobile home, where I told you about Bobby, the trailer almost falling on him. It was over there. Now, Linda, where's Sister Jean? I thought maybe that big old cross back there.
She's been buried, so
I would have thought it would be over there where that big cross is. That you don't think that's it? Okay.
I don't know.
I don't
haven't
know.
been here since she's been buried. I think it's right here, but I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
sure.
Okay.
It's on Park.
Here by
Looks
Fondle.
like her picture, possibly.
Mir Fondle is already bought.
Yeah,
The noise will be much better here.
Oh, that's right.
I think I'm gonna.
Y'all just bear with us for a moment. We got to figure out where. All these, Linda, aren't all these people are people that was associated with our church at Jesus Name Tabernacle? All these. Is that her? I didn't think so.
Okay. What is this one right there, Linda? Because it should be two graves close together.
We're trying to find, because they haven't gotten Sister Jean's stone up yet. They've got it on order, but it's just not.
I've got things to put on your shoes if you want to.
Patty Gordon said it's
It's where?
in the center.
In the center?
Scotty Gordon.
Okay. Let's see if we can find it. Scotty, do you know whose grave it's by? It's in the center, okay? He says it's in, Scotty said it's in the center. Scotty, do you know whose grave that it's close to? Okay.
Y'all, please don't get ants in the car. They're on your, I'm sorry, Linda.
Linda got in the ants.
Yeah, I had some things to go over in your shoes.
I'll wipe them off. Yeah, I'll wipe them off for her. So this one right here, the one with the little roses.
Where the ants got you.
Be careful.
And the lady from the florist is supposed to bring the flowers, right? They planted a rose. That's not a rose bush? Azalea?
Where was Linda at? Where the ants?
I don't know, but it's somewhere up there because she was looking at the name. But this is Jean Holland.
Do you want me to go get her?
It takes so long to get a headstone when you order them. I know they've got one ordered. Well, Linda, was we going to stay alive till they got here with the roses? Linda's ordered 5 dozen yellow roses to go on her cemetery, on her grave. What you looking for, Linda? Oh, Arlene. Is it? Okay.
Who the rest of these were.
Oh, okay. Well, did you want to, I don't know if they can, the sun is so bright out here. Did you get ants?
I might have got one. I mean, you can close it.
Okay. Well, did you want to say bye too? We're gonna get off right this moment, and we'll come back and just show you the picture of the roses when they get here. Is that what you want to do?
That's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
Or do you want to just keep talking?
No, we can do that because I don't know how long it'll be before they'll hear.
Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for following us along down here to get to the cemetery, and we will show you a picture once we get the flowers down. And we hope that y'all have a great day. We're meeting someone for lunch, and then we're meeting maybe hopefully someone else for dinner. But we'll get back with y'all and let y'all see a few more things that we're doing while we're here in Mississippi. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good day. Bye bye.